main event of the evening here. MotorMaster Monday continues. 2 laps to go in stage 1. One lap to go. This is the final lap of stage 1 at Kansas Speedway. It's round 28 of the 2024 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. Hosted on NASCAR Heat 5. Second round of 16 playoff race. Big crash deep in the field. We might get a caution.
Yep. Yeah, we do.
We do. Connor Bullheist is going to win stage 1 in the 92. Jordan Roughton missed the first playoff race. Is going to finish in second. I believe it was Josh Colm-Diaz third, but I could be wrong.
It was
Hollywood in the 36 is going to get third. Who got fourth and fifth, gentlemen?
King got fourth.
All right, Josh Colm-Diaz fourth. Chase Merriman in fifth. That is your top 5 from stage 1. They get the stage points. Connor Bullheist gets the playoff point for winning stage 1. Like I said a moment ago, folks, it is the second round of 16 playoff race for the NASCAR MotorMaster Series on NASCAR Heat 5. Strap yourselves in, folks. Kick back, relax, grab a cold can of soda, and enjoy the show. I am your host, NASCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder, along with my 2 in-race reporters, former NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion Alex Tesdahl, driving the 22 Ford Mustang, and Triple Crown winner Aiden Cody driving the 16 Chevy Camaro. Underway, green flag is out for stage 2. 20 drivers for a 100-lap event. It is the NOSSCAR Lottery 300, and the reason why it's called that is because if you win this race, you lock yourself into the next round of the playoffs. We've seen some drivers make a big name for themselves here at these mile-and-a-half ovals over the years in the NASCAR MotorMaster Series and in the Tailgate Truck Series on Tuesdays. The draft is pretty strong, stronger than you would think. And the outside line clearly the more full line, and we were talking a little bit before the broadcast began. Some of these drivers were thinking that that was going to be the right place to be, the strongest line on the racetrack. We're going to throw it over to in-race reporter Aiden Cody, driving the 16 Chevy Camaro. He's in the top 10. Aiden, do you still agree that the outside line is the fastest line?
Clearly. Like, it's the dominant line.
And 4, yeah, the top 9 now have kind of separated themselves from the drivers who were stuck on the bottom. Some of the cars on the bottom were Landon Ott, Harold Burden, Sean Lucas, Dustin Franklin. They're going to lose a couple of positions out of this exchange. And it is Stephen Corley leading the way in the 51 car. Good battle here for position. That's for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They were almost 3 wide. Connor Bullheist, Trey Hollywood, Jordan Roughton in the 54. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 car going to take over 5th. And that's what you see here, folks. Connor Bullheist in the 92, he had a great run on another car, but he wasn't able to complete the pass, and he got stuck on the inside line, and he's lost about 5 or 6 positions ever since trying to complete that pass. We got a crash. The 21 of Chris Ryan, he crashed initially, and nobody had a prayer, folks. No one had any room to make a move and miss that.
Caught himself. My head got caught in my wheel.
That was a little bit crazy, gentlemen. I don't know quite what to say or how that started, because the 21 car is the one who wrecked, but when he wrecked, he was 2nd place. And now we're getting word that Jordan Roughton in the 54 is the one that crashed into Chris Ryan. There was contact with those 2, and Jordan Roughton over the radio letting Chris Ryan know that he is sorry and didn't mean to do that. So we're under caution for the 2nd time in this race for an on-track incident.
Out in the air.
We're going to throw it down to Alex Tesdahl. Alex, we saw that you had a front row seat for that one. Any damage to the 22 Ford?
Nope, we're clean. I barely missed that.
Nice, very good. Connor Bullheist, Connor Brown, the front row for the restart. 8 wins for the 92 car, 6 wins for the 6. It's been the Connor and Connor show for the most part all season long. We are green again here at Kansas Speedway. Glad you're with us here on the NASCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. Hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy today's show. Oh, and some contact there. Alex Tesdall, not sure how. He might have got squeezed by Josh Colm-Diaz, and now they're crashing again. Just below Alex, they came up the track and into the outside wall where he was. And yeah, they were 3 and 4 wide, and it wasn't going to work. Peyton Larson involved. Sean McNutt was involved. Alex Tesdall, as we mentioned, was involved. No warning, Alex, for that last hit? I don't think you even saw them. They were directly beside you.
No, I didn't even see him coming. Just bam.
Yeah, I saw it. I almost expected you to flinch and say something out loud over your radio there, but you've become so trained and such a talented in-race reporter to keep your composure during those wild moments. But for that one, I thought you were going to slip up, because I could tell you had no clue it was coming. Under caution again here at Kansas Speedway. The Connors will share the front row for the restart. Stephen Corley, Chase Merriman will be the second row. Jordan Roughton, Trey Hollywood, Josh Colm-Diaz, Harold Burden. The rest of your top 8. We are green again at Kansas Speedway. Hayden Cody, Timmy Brown round out the top 10. And it takes about a half a lap, or maybe even about 3/4 of a lap, to see these cars get up to full speed, and that's when the action picks up as well. And we're going to see everybody battle to the outside, try to take the outside line. But we also might see some drivers dive bomb down low, try to complete some passes while everybody's bunched up, and then quickly scatter to the outside if there's a hole there. Connor Brown, Stephen Corley, Chase Merriman, Jordan Roughton, Trey Hollywood, your top 5. Josh Colm-Diaz is going to go with them. Aiden Cody as well. The outside line, the place to be. Problems there for Timmy Brown. He slid up the track and into the side of Chris Ryan. Alex Tesdall had to take evasive action. Alex got a little loose coming out of turn 4. That might get him stuck on the inside. And no, he's going to clear himself back to the top successfully and safely. Top 5 beginning to drive away a little bit from the rest of the field, but the draft is so strong that I don't think they're going to go anywhere. Connor Bolheis in the 92, Aiden Cody, Josh Colm-Diaz, Peyton Larson, Harold Burden. They run 6th to 10th, leading the second group of cars, and they're coming back to the front. And a big move there, Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 car, the red car on your screen back there, making it 3 wide. And it wasn't quite going to work. Now he's going to try to get back to the outside line. He pressed the panic button. I think he's going to lose one position out of this exchange. It's going to be similar to Talladega and Daytona. If you step out of line and try to make a pass on somebody, you better hope you clear them, because if you don't, you're going to maybe lose that position back and then some. Very impressed with Stephen Corley. He's led the most laps so far in this race in that 51 Chevy Camaro, one of your 16 playoff drivers. He just lost the lead a moment ago, but he's had a great start to this race. Chase Merriman in the 19 out front and looking for his first career NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series win. He is one of your 16 playoff drivers. Playoff drivers all running in the top 5 right now. Chase Merriman, Stephen Corley, Jordan Roughton, Connor Bolheis, and Connor Brown. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 car, another playoff driver, just stepped into the top 6. It was Peyton Larson, non-playoff driver, up there spoiling the party for these guys just a moment ago. Now the highest non-playoff driver is Chris Ryan in the 21. Scored in 7th. And a crash deep in the field. Peyton Larson in the 08 car, Harold Burden in the 85. Landon Ott in the 98. We're under caution. 4th time. And that ends the stage? Okay, thank you for letting me know. And that will do it for stage 2. Getting word there from in-race reporter Aiden Cody. So the playoff point goes to Chase Merriman along with 5 playoff points. or excuse me, regular season points rather. Stephen Corley, Connor Bolheist, Jordan Roughton, Connor Brown. And this has been a wild race, and it was kind of unexpected. We had the Southern 200 earlier tonight at Darlington, and many would say that that's a tougher track, much more difficult track, more narrow, very much a 1 or 2 groove racetrack for the most part, especially in turn 1 and 2. And so I kind of expected the Darlington race to be wild and eventful and full of crashes, but it's been the Kansas race here. Green flag back in the air. Final stage has begun. Who's going to win the lottery? The NASCAR Lottery 300 at Kansas Speedway. It's round 28 of the 2024 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. We're in NASCAR Heat 5. 20 drivers for a 100-lap race. And we're in the final stage now. Stephen Corley, Chase Merriman, Jordan Roughton, Josh Colm-Diaz are the front 4 on the outside line. And I think that that's going to be the place to be. Connor Bolheist in the 92, as fast as he is and as dominant as he's been in recent weeks, I don't think he's going to have the speed to hang on the inside line. Connor Brown is going to let him in line, and that was a teammate move. Not sure how happy Chris Ryan in the 21 car is about it, but he's going to have to live with it. Chris can't get to the bottom to make a move. He didn't have a strong enough run, and he was going to get passed by Trey Hollywood and others behind him. Dustin Franklin, one of our 16 playoff drivers, has worked his way into the top 10 for the first time since stage 1 in that number 90 car. He's got Aiden Cody just behind him. We got a challenge for the race lead. Stephen Corley trying to hold off Chase Merriman. And now that Chase is on the inside, this might get him stuck down there. Yeah, it might. Jordan Roughton's going for the win. I know these teammates with Chase Merriman, but a win locks Jordan Roughton into the next round of the playoffs. And for a driver that missed the Darlington race, the first playoff race, he needs to make something like that happen. He pretty much all but needs a win to advance. And a win would just simply take a whole world of weight off that driver's shoulders. Stephen Corley's got the lead. Josh Colm-Diaz trying to poke to the outside. Connor Bolheist had a problem there. There was contact with another car. I didn't see who, but Connor in the 92, he went up and hit the outside wall a ton on the front stretch. 8 wins for him this season, and big problems there. At a bad time of the race to have a problem of that magnitude. Final stage time. If you're going to have a problem, you kind of want them to happen early so you have a lot of time to rebound and catch back up. The top 11 cars have separated themselves from the rest of the field. 20 cars started the race. All 20 of them are still on the track and actively racing on the lead lap as well. Stephen Corley still leads, and as long as he keeps the outside line, I don't think he's going to have a problem. Now, Jordan Roughton might eventually get a big enough run to the point where he can stay alongside the 51, but at that point it's going to depend on where the 7 of Josh Colm-Diaz goes. If the 7 goes to the outside and gives the 51 a push, then the 54 of Jordan Roughton is in trouble. If the 7 gives a push to Jordan Roughton, they might be able to work together and get around the 51. It kind of just depends on what Josh in the 7, Chase Merriman in the 19, Chris Ryan in the 21. It's going to greatly depend on what they want to do when Jordan makes this move. Pardon me. I knew that was coming, that little cough there. I was trying to fight it and get my notes in. To the inside goes Jordan Roughton in the 54. Wasn't quite a strong enough run to get there. Couldn't even quite pull alongside him. Because of this, Josh Colm-Diaz got a big run on him, tried to make a move, and then thought better of it, made a bit of a mistake, got into the side of the 19. Now the 7 gets into the wall, getting into turn 3. And Josh Colm-Diaz is going to lose a couple of positions there. Now he's 3 wide. Connor Brown and Aiden Cody. Aiden, the smart veteran move by just a young lad, folks. He lifts and lets them go to prevent a crash. Jordan Roughton put Stephen Corley into the outside wall a little bit there, but he takes the race lead down the back straightaway. I don't imagine the driver of the 51 is too happy with that, because now he's going to control the race. Actually, it looks like it's Chase Merriman that's going to control the race. That theory I had about 2 or 3 laps ago about Josh Colm-Diaz pushing the 54 and maybe clearing the 51, I think I was onto something there, because that's exactly what Chris Ryan and Chase Merriman did. The 21 pushed the 19 past everybody on the inside, and Chase Merriman off into the sunset with the race lead for the first time here tonight. Excuse me, second time rather.
Ooh.
7th around.
Yes, he is. Problems for Josh Colm-Diaz, one of our playoff drivers, the 2021 NASCAR Legend Series champion. And I didn't see exactly what triggered it, but there was contact, I can confirm with you. And he's spun around on the front straightaway. He's got it going again. He's going to stay on the lead lap, but he's got a bit of front end damage, and the only way he's going to get back up there and challenge for this win again is if a caution comes out, which we very well...
Hit fourth.
Yes, he is. Thank you for telling me, guys. He's through the infield. Connor Brown in the 6 was involved, if I'm not mistaken. Jordan Roughton's going to get it going again. He's on pit road there. And he's going to merge back onto the track just in front of Peyton Larson, just behind him now it looks like. Man, that's a heartbreaking situation.
21 had a problem too, he's on the apron.
Oh. Big wreck. 92.
And we've got a crash on the front straightaway. There's a car spun through the infield. The one car is also around up near the outside wall. The other car was Chris Ryan in the 21. Throwing it over to Alex Tesdall, our in-race reporter. Alex, did you see how that one started?
It looked like 3 or 4 cars all got loose at the same time and dragged to the bottom.
Interesting. So some ill-handling race cars out there right now.
22's around it.
Now the 22 of Alex Tesdall is around. I believe there was contact with Destin Franklin. He's sitting in the middle of the track trying to get it going again. His car went ghost mode there and saved Landon Ott from a severe impact there.
I think I have like part of to do with it. I think I got the air off of them. I'm not sure.
Man, what a wild final stage. We haven't had a caution for any of these crashes that we've shown you folks. The viewers at home may be scratching their heads. We've had about 3 crashes, all relatively small, mind you, but nevertheless, 3 different crashes that have greatly affected the running order for these playoff drivers. And we're still green. Chase Merriman in the 19 is your race leader. He's going for his first career NASCAR MotorMaster Series win. And then after this, he would just need a Platinum Cup win to become the 22nd ever Triple Crown winner. Trey Hollywood is running in second in the 36, getting a push from Jeffrey Robinson Jr. Now that's 2 veteran NASCAR drivers right there for you working together. Very skilled at the drafting tracks as well. So if they're working together, they might be able to run down Chase. Connor Brown in 4th, Aiden Cody in 5th, Stephen Corley in 6th, Dustin Franklin in 7th. If they can group together, they might be able to work together and race their way back towards the race leader Chase Merriman. Harold Verdon, 8th place. Not quite with this line of cars here, not quite with this group, but still a good run for him. He is one of our 16 playoff drivers. Timmy Brown and Emily Sari round out the top 10. Both are playoff drivers as well. 2 Canadians made the playoffs this year for 2024 MotorMaster. Both are underdogs coming in for sure, but Emily Sari carrying the Canada flag proud, running in the top 10 here at Kansas. And I still can't believe how much this race has changed in the short time here that we've been watching in the final stage. Stephen Corley looked to be the dominant car. Now he's lost the lead and he's actually running in 6th. Connor Bullheist, many drivers really, but Connor Bullheist, Josh Colm-Diaz, Alex Tesdall, many drivers that had a great run going have lost the draft and have lost a tremendous amount of track position, and we've gotten to the point in this race where everybody is very spread out, and it's unlikely that we're going to see a yellow. Everybody's just pretty spread. I don't think there's going to be a big enough crash to bring us another stoppage, though I've been wrong before. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. going to take over 2nd from Trey Hollywood. And that might have been a plan. That might have been a deal made between those two. They are friends. They do speak to each other frequently off track. And maybe they just decided Jeffrey's maybe got the quicker car and put him maybe as the front car and see if they can run down the leader. Maybe Trey Hollywood has a bit of front end damage from one of those crashes and Jeffrey doesn't. Or they just simply might be trying something different. They know they're running out of time to run down the race leader, Chase Merriman. And if you're going to continue to just follow the leader, you're going to follow the leader all day. Not necessarily linked up as much as they were before, but I do think that some ground has been made. And now that there's 4 of them together, there is a chance, in my opinion. We're going to throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdall. Going to ask you for a laps to go update once you hit the line. Aiden Cody actually will get it from
34.
Thank you. And the only reason why we did that, Alex, is because I forgot you had that mishap. And I forgot you weren't as close to the leaders as you were before, and I forgot we would have had to wait an extensive amount of time. I apologize.
You're good.
A great run going for you too, so that is a shame. Hopefully there's a way for you to get back into it. Right now, Chase Merriman leads. 34 laps to go. 33 now as they hit the line. Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Trey Hollywood, Connor Brown, and Aiden Cody round out the rest of your top 5. And those 4, as you can see on your screen, are working together. Chris Ryan just came off of pit road. And we are going to see a cycle of pit stops during this final stage, actually. We'll throw it to you for that, Alex. What do you think everybody's going to do for pit stops here, and when do we expect cars to start pitting? I think we saw the 21 do it.
Yeah, green flag. Stops should be starting any lap here.
And will it take you to the end of the race, or is everyone coming back?
It'll be close.
It'll be, yeah, really close.
Ooh, something to keep in mind for sure. Okay, thank you. So hypothetically here, if one of these cars in the top 5 pits a lap or 2 before some of the others, then that's a disadvantage. And whoa, no, it's the leader. Chase Merriman is the first one amongst the leaders to pit. He's on pit road this time by. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. takes over. Chase in the 19 going for his first career NASCAR MotorMaster Series win. He's led a lot of laps here tonight at Kansas, looking to win the NASCAR Lottery 300 at Kansas Speedway here on NASCAR Heat 5. Josh Colm-Diaz is on pit road as well. He was in the lap before, so he's even worse off in terms of making it to the end of this race. Connor Bullheist was on pit road that last time by.
Cars pitting now will be about 4 laps short.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's probably not possible for anyone, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, it's possible to say.
If anyone can stretch it to around 27, 28 to go, it's doable.
Interesting, because you had Jeffrey is on pit road in the 61, Aiden's on pit road, Trey Hollywood, Dustin Franklin, Alex Tesdall. Sean Lucas was the most recent to pit, I believe. And we've seen him do that sort of thing before. Who's the leader right now, boys? Do you know? Do you see?
6 car, he's in the pits.
Okay, the 6 car. Okay, and Harold Burden is also in the pits. Okay, I've got it for you, boys. All right, I think I got this sort of figured out. the 6 car of Connor Brown, the 85 of Harold Burden. They stayed out the longest before coming to pit road. The 1 car of Sean Lucas came in the lap before them. Everybody else came in 1 lap or 2 laps before the 1 car of Sean Lucas. So in my personal opinion, based on everything I've heard, it's going to be a nail-biter for Connor Brown and Harold Burden, and they came in last amongst everybody. So I can only imagine the pressure for the drivers who just came in 3 or 4 laps to go.
Track. Scored as the leader.
Who is?
Yo 8.
No way!
He's running really slow.
He's going for it. So he's truly not pit yet? For real?
I don't think he has.
Well,
He might be signaling now, though.
no doubt. He's going for his first career NASCAR MotorMaster Series win. That would be a spoiler for the playoff drivers. He's not going for the championship, and you're right, Alex. He's coming to pit road this time. Like, I would toss that up to him being good to go to the end, and Connor Brown and Harold Burden maybe being 2 laps short even if they save lots. Maybe 1 lap short if they save lots. This is going to be interesting. Now, Peyton Larson, for the speed he had to go, the slow speed he had to go to make it this extra distance, he's going to be behind Connor Brown and Harold Burden in terms of track position. So if they can find a way to make it to the end of the race without running out, it's in their hands. But if they both run out, it's going to be Peyton Larson in victory lane. I don't think anyone else has done the strategy he's done here, but then again, there's a long way to go, folks. We have about 24, 25 laps to go. Excuse me, 28 laps to go in that region anyway.
25.
Oh, I should have went with my first guess. There's a long way to go. And if a caution comes out now, it changes everything, and everybody's going to pit and easily make it to the end. Throws all the strategy away. Throwing it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdahl. Who do we have as our current race leader?
19.
Well, the dream is still alive for Chase Merriman. If it goes green to the end, it's not looking so good. But if he gets a yellow and everything resets and he's got this track position, he might be able to win this thing. He might win the NOSSCAR Lottery 300. Some of these drivers are taking different gambles here, putting it all on the line. Some of them are playoff drivers looking to advance, and some of them, like Peyton Larson, making big gambles here, knowing they're not a threat for the championship, and it's win or bust, essentially. Nothing to lose.
It's a wrecked car on the front spec. It's the 61.
Yes, it is. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is around on the front straightaway, close to the entrance of turn 1. I didn't see what happened to him. That's one of our 16 playoff drivers, and he had a great run going. Alex, did you see anything?
I saw grass flying up in the infield, and he came out of the grass.
But no cause, eh? Tough break for the driver of the 61 car. One of the strongest cars all race long. Hopefully he can keep rolling. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with that car or not, but I do think he should have kept going, because I think he still would have ended up beating some cars in the finishing order here. Oh, and he's off the track now. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. done for the day here at Kansas Speedway. And again, I know the frustration, but he definitely should have salvaged some points, I think, and finished the race. Chase Merriman leads in the 19. He's just behind the 22 of Alex Tesdahl riding in his draft, and I think what he's trying to do is save a little bit of fuel. I think he knows that some cars are very close to making it all the way to the end without having to pit, and I think he knows he's not close at all. So he's using the lap car of Alex Tesdahl to save some fuel and he's using the gap that he has in between himself and second place Connor Brown as a cushion to manage the gap back to second and also save some fuel. It's pretty smart, actually.
Hey, I'm not lapped yet.
I understand. Tail end of the lead lap car, Alex Tevsdal.
You're just being used.
What position are you in?
17th.
Oh man, what happened to you? Oh yes. The crash with no caution.
Yeah.
One of 3. That was weird. And we've got about 20 laps to go, if I were to guess. 19. See, I'm close, just never spot on. And that's why I have 2 awesome in-race reporters like yourselves, and I appreciate you doing this. Going to take a very short break from commentary. We're going to ride on board with some of your favorite NASCAR MotorMaster Series drivers, and if a caution or crash breaks out, we will interrupt the live onboard view and bring you back to full commentary. You're watching the NASCAR Lottery 300 at Kansas Speedway, the second playoff race in the round of 16 and round 28 of the 2024 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5. Chase Merriman, your leader. And crank it down, folks. We're going to bring you back to full commentary from here to the end, folks. Chase Merriman in the 19 still leading. There was 1 or 2 cars that have come back to pit road for service. However, they are way off sequence with what the race leaders are trying to accomplish. Some of them trying to reach the end of this race without having to pit again. Some of them have accepted it that they do need to pit again and are running as hard as they can. Chase Merriman is the leader, and he's trying desperately to save a lot of fuel here. He's riding behind former NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion Alex Tesdall, who's also one of our playoff drivers. And I was saying he's trying to save some fuel, but he's coming to pit road this time by. He'll surrender the lead to Connor Brown in the 6th. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 car comes to pit road as well. How many laps to go, Alex?
10 this time by, I believe.
Okay.
Yep, 10 go.
That's very early. So I think some of these drivers just accept that they're not going to make it and they're coming for service. And Connor Brown is even one of them. I don't think anybody is actually going to be able to make it to the end. I think also Jordan Roughton missed the entrance to pit road. He's stopping and backing up and trying to get pit road to accept him, I think. He's got to go all the way back to the line and then drive through it again, I believe.
Yeah, be careful. It doesn't kick him out doing that.
I think, yeah, he threw it in reverse and did it that way, and it didn't kick him. I think if he turned around and drove backwards a bit, it would have kicked him, but he was able to successfully do it, and now pit road has him. But he lost a tremendous amount of time trying to figure all of that out. And this gives the lead to who?
90.
The 90. How about it? Dustin Franklin's got the lead for the first time in this race. Haven't spoken too much about him during this broadcast. He was in the top 10 for a while in stage 1. Since then has kind of faded back in the running order and hasn't been discussed all that much, but he's still on the track with the race lead. He is one of our 16 playoff drivers. It's been a pretty good season for Dustin, actually. And I say actually only because he's not normally one of our full-time drivers. If he does run in NASCAR, it's often part-time. Or, if it is full-time, he often misses a few races, and therefore not necessarily a big threat or a big deal or a big topic of discussion, but Dustin Franklin has put himself in the spotlight here for the 2024 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. He's got a good amount of he's got a win this season, and he's got a couple of stage wins as well. Three top 5s, 10 top 10s for Dustin Franklin, and he's going to surrender the race lead, bring it on to pit road. And let me know when the lead changes hands.
Lead has changed. To me.
Lead change, and it's the youngster Aiden Cody driving the 16 Chevy Camaro. Strong start to the postseason for him. 1 win, 17 playoff points to begin the playoffs for him here for the 2024 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. Seven drivers who made the playoffs entered with at least 1 win this season. The most we've ever had. And for a while here, we thought it was going to be Chase Merriman getting his first NASCAR MotorMaster Series win of his career, and that would make it 8. But it's going to depend greatly on if everybody needs to pit or not. Aiden Cody going quite slow down the back straightaway now, trying to nurse the fuel that he's got. I think he is going to make the attempt to try to make it the rest of the way. And how many? 3. And 3 laps to go for Aiden Cody, who's in second place trying to chase you.
Speed.
Oh, lovely. And so there's Connor Brown. He's the one in second place. And he's the first one in line that has already been to pit road and got service. I don't know if he took maybe 2 tires or just fuel only or what, but somehow he's gotten in front of the 19 of Chase Merriman, who's currently scored in 3rd. Chase is the yellow car on your screen. The red car and green car on your screens are both 1 lap down. Alex Tesdall, Josh Colm-Diaz.
I'm out. I'm out of gas.
Aiden Cody is out of fuel, we're hearing, and now there you see him. He was slow on the back straightaway there just a moment ago. The white car, they have already passed him. And going into turn 3 with 2 laps to go. Aiden Cody out of fuel, stretching it as far as he could, going for it, trying to lock himself into the round of 12. This gives the lead to Connor Brown in the 6th, and the question is, does Chase Merriman have enough time to maybe get up there and challenge him for his first career NASCAR MotorMaster Series win, or is it going to be Connor Brown celebrating for the 7th time this season? I think through 3 and 4 this time. I think when he comes out of 4, rather, I think he's going to see the white flag, but I could be mistaken.
Nope, it's the white flag.
Is he? And Chase Merriman runs out of time. Connor Brown wins the NASCAR Lottery 300 at Kansas Speedway. 7th win of the season, 3 more big playoff points for him to carry through the rounds. He locks himself into the round of 12. Chase Merriman's going to finish in 2nd. Everybody got so spread towards the end of this race, I can't even see in my screen who finished in 3rd and 4th in all of this. Can you give us a bit of a rundown on the finishing order for the top 10?
Yeah, the 6-1, the 19 second, then the 90, followed by the 51, followed by the 85, followed by the 9, then the 08, and then the 36, the 21, and the 1 round of the top 10.
It was a playoff driver top 10, it sounds like. Great run there for Dustin Franklin in the 90 car. Top 5 finish for him. Carroll Burden with a great run, trying to make it all the way to the end. But at the end of it all, Connor Brown wins here at Kansas Speedway. It's 28 races now for the 2024 season in the history books. 8 remaining. And the final race for the round of 16 playoffs here comes your way at Bristol Motor Speedway. Sorry, I was reading a couple of notes here. Bristol Motor Speedway, the first race of the evening next Monday, will decide who advances to the round of 12 and which 4 drivers have their championship hopes extinguished a little bit too early. That's going to do it, folks. Thank you to Aiden Cody and Alex Tesdall for joining me as in-race reporters. Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight for tonight's 2 playoff races. Hope you enjoyed the show. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, I'm Tyler McMurder, saying so long and stay fast.